Yo, I'm just gonna do a freestyle. I'm doing it out of boredom, and sometimes you just have to force one and get it out of your system like it's a binge, and you've been laying down for weeks, and you just want to break through the hinge like a fucking battering ram, and Adam is the man, and Adam hasn't gave a damn since the last time that anybody has had a plan that was gonna stop me. You couldn't get away from me or get a boycott me. You couldn't even fucking girl-cott me, even if there is a definition for that, and that can be, repetitious with facts because I'll keep hitting them with real reasons why I'm one of the greatest ones, and it's going to be an amazing spun on a theory that you think that everybody is so good at it. No, that's actually not the case when you look at it. If you take a fucking put hip hop and put it under a microscope, realizing that I am more than kind of dope. I'm actually dope to the highest fucking percentile, and that's okay because you are the one that is easy to beat in like Mortal Kombat's Reptile when all you gotta do is the block and kick move, and that's okay because I often stick fools with the fucking any weapon that comes to hand, and that's okay because you don't want to run with plans that you think will get me taken off my stance, but that's okay because I'm fucking off and tranquil, and I will beat anybody that thinks that they can take me in any side of any location and think that they can stop me, and they can get away with the fact that you are sloppy, that you cannot destroy anybody in this picture, even if you were cropping it to look like it was often meant for you to fit in it and not anybody else. But that's okay because we will not reject ideas that come from real hip-hop scholars, and I conclude myself as one of them, and that's okay because you see what I've done with them. I've taken my raps to the highest fucking peaks and elevations in this. I've gone the distance from fucking the largest miles of outer space to little fucking inches. You can see me. I've done it. You can take every theory against me and spun it like to your liking because I'm from Minnesota. Yeah, I don't give a shit about the Vikings. I mean, I get it. You can shit on us for sports, and that makes sense because we suck in all sorts of things such as that, because in that case, I get it. We might not be the best of them, but at least you can admit that when it comes to hip-hop, I am one of the investments, son, that you should make because you should realize that I am the one that can create something that people should find that is great, and I am one of the definitions of true hip-hop to me, and if you don't think that's true, then you must be believing in hypocrisy, because see what I do with raps? I just make it, and I move the maps and new peaks and elevations. I can even make the fucking earth become flat, and that's okay because you can't put dirt on my casket, and because when I die, it's going to be a fucking beautiful vigil. It's going to look beautiful, and I'm going to wish I could see it, and I'll be a residual in whatever cemetery that is. Hopefully it's not a place where they have a bunch of whiny-ass, crying-ass rap kids that suck it, and hopefully it's ones that are legendary, and that's the best because I happen to be in hip-hop hereditary. As far as I'm concerned, I think I came from one of God's descendants of the hip-hop kings, and that's one because I am not offended by anybody who tells me that I'm wrong for thinking the way that I do, and that's okay because it happens to be the claims that I spew and I throw it out inside of raps, and it's okay because you're going to get fucking trapped in one of Cyrax's traps. I must have been playing Mortal Kombat so much because I've already named a bunch of characters in the last few days, and that's okay because I am aware that there's a bunch of places to play in any type. I get lost in a maze in a place because it's amazing that places become trapping you into your thoughts, that you think you just have to take a loss, you take a fucking beating on the chin, and that might suck, but imagine defeating against a kid who happens to be worse than you, and that would look bad because you're cursing through and through all the time that I'm so terrible, but then you lose to me too, so that would just look bad because you happen to look past the fact that you've been hating me for so long, you've been calling me this and that, spitting raps, and then imagine what happens when I kick your ass. I mean, what is that going to do to you emotionally? In fact, it's just going to provoke MCs to come against me, and then they're going to invoke MC licenses that they have to rap because they actually haven't that. They should actually start having that, but still keep it free. I'm not trying to make people pay for freedom of speech, unlike most people in this country that happen to be walking around and living so crummy, and they're actually crunching down the numbers trying to figure out how they can make fucking money and they can just sleep eternal slumbers But I can do that for you. It's called I Got a One-Hit Wonder. Boom. And it's going to knock him down until the bottom of the numbers and the charts are dropping. And that's okay because Adam Stark is hot shit and he's actually dropping so much knowledge that you would think I fucking took a stack of colleges and just demolished it. Like, I fucking squashed the shit like fucking beefs used to do. And that's okay because you used to use your mind and think about things, but now we're taking it past the raps and doing some shitty things, and it's not good. It's actually part of the wrong looks that we should be getting. We should be getting recognition for good rhymes, and but that isn't the way it's becoming. That's actually the opposite. It's dangerous summons that we are becoming at this point, because imagine that happens when we look in the future. What's going to happen then? I mean, we're going to see a bunch of battle rappers and rappers actually acting when instead of battling. It's going to become a bunch of faggot shit where we're just saying a bunch of randomness, and then it becomes fights, and it's just a bunch of tandomness. I mean, it's tackiness, and it's really wacky shit. I can just see it all coming now, and it's running down like the clock, and and it's just, I'm going to rock this, and I don't care if anybody out there thinks I'm obnoxious. Tell me if I'm lying. Hip-hop hasn't died in the last 5 years faster than it did in the last 20. That's funny to some people, but for me, that's crummy, and that's not something I would be happy about. And I'm just lapping around and round the places because for me it's a race, and I hate fucking racists, I hate fucking prejudices, I hate fucking stereotypes, and, you know, people want to bring up things and say that there's crazier ways to get a rise out of people, but, you know, that's one thing that just makes me sick. And you know, nobody in hip-hop should have to babysit. We should be able to say what we want to say, but if it's whack, then please take your disc and break the shit faster than an ancient myth gets debunked, and that's okay, because we brung the funk to this level, and we will each kill anyone in this session, and we are stopping everybody that runs with weapons in their sessions, and that's just about it. I just rapping because, you know, I'm throwing a fucking fit. Like, I hate that fucking new iPod device or iPhone device, whatever it's called. I suffice it. You know, I'll just come up with any metaphor that I feel like it. And, you know, I don't give a fuck about none of these other damn guys. You'll see more fucking skulls for my unwilling victims in the fucking Halo series franchise with those bonuses and Easter eggs and, you know, whatever. All this beat them fast as a fucking wrestler getting their rounds and breaking their legs, and then they do all these fucking moves that used to be cool, and they used to have memorable characters, and now that if you aren't aware that you're watching a bunch of fake phony ass shit, then that just sucks for you, because you might be a fake ass bitch, because, I mean, at what point are you going to realize most of TV is fake anyway, and that's just the way that we get it, and that's just the way that we live it, but if you still watch it because it's entertaining as shit, isn't it? Anyways, take it easy, y'all. Love, peace, and hip-hop, the real stuff. Hope everybody has a good day, and I hope that in the end your heart's beating and you feel real tough and you feel like you're on the top of the sky, and, you know, battle depression, fuck cancer, all that good stuff, and have a good day, everyone.